this month we're working on relationships because of the universe, the whole world kind of focusing on relationships during February because of Valentine's Day. And if you were with us last week, we learned about how to integrate truth into our world, how to expect engagement, and how sharing does not necessarily mean you're agreeing, but we're learning the language to talk to one another. Did everybody do well?
Yes.
Has anybody been employing the wonderful talents and new ideas?
Yes.
Okay. Today, as we always do, we want to do things that help us see and maybe learn some new concepts. And we always try to do these things in the way that Spirit brings them down to us. So IKEY players, can I get you to come up? And you guys, I want you to just open your heart to these folks. They've, again, got their script a couple days ago. We have a wife, a husband, and we have their subconscious minds. These are the subconscious minds. So let us just take a picture of the day after work. Here we go.
Oh, honey, I'm home. Whew, what a day. You can't believe it. I'm so glad that you offered to help me tonight. Oh, thank goodness.
Huh?
Wait a minute. What are you doing? Watching TV? Eating chips? What are you doing? I thought you said you were going to have dinner ready for us and you were going to help me tonight.
I'm watching the soccer game in Spain.
The soccer game in Spain?
You know, they're 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, so it's midnight over there. The game's not even live. You could watch it any time.
I thought it was.
Oh my, OMG, you have no idea how stressed out I am. I asked for help one day. One day I asked for help, and this is what I get.
Excuse me. I get home and I'm just trying to unwind a little bit. And, you know, because I know that once you're here, it's all over. It's yes, dear. Honey, can you do this, dear? It's a fight!
What?
Yeah. You know, you're always stressed. And you stress me out. Ways she annoys me.
I cannot believe that you were talking to me like this. I mean, after all I do every day in this house, seriously, one day I asked for help. One day.
I can't believe you can say that. You need me all the time.
Let me see. Let's see what we got. 1993. That was a terrible year. Research. How did that get in here? Just for effect. Here it is. The bad things that he has done. The really hurtful things.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait a minute. Ancient history. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I should have known better. You have done nothing but let me down from the beginning. When we first met, you stood me up at my family reunion.
I've told you a million times I had a flat.
You left me there without a phone to face my family alone. And And when my sister got married,
Oh, bring your sister into this.
you acted like a fool.
Crazy man. She changed the word. You changed the word.
Why
You
are you
said-
smiling?
Well, you changed the word. You said it differently than you normally do.
You see what I have to deal with.
Angry man act. There's something in here I can get her with. Oh yeah. Angry man script. All right, this is it. You got her. Come on, you need this. You can get her this time. Take your power back. You actually have a chance. Now listen to me. Yeah. I'm sorry. What? No, you're not. What are you doing?
I got nothing.
Just what are you trying to say?
Well, you did ask me for my help, and I did say that I would help, and I didn't. And I'm sorry. No excuses. What is making him say that?
Okay, let's stop here. Did you guys see yourselves? What you may not realize is most fights center around not getting expectations met. We typically think the other is seeking control or being self-serving, and that may be true. But a fight can only occur when two people are throwing their power against the other. They both may be feeling like they need to gain control over the other, but it is usually about unfulfilled expectations. So we're going to take it again, and we're going to look at how it flowed. Do you guys want to see this? Yes. Is it too uncomfortable for you? No. Anybody wiggling? All right, let's take it from the top.
Oh, honey, I'm home. What a day. Thank goodness you offered to help.
A normal evening, she is tired as she often is, and she's coming home with expectations.
What?
Wait, what are you doing? Watching TV? Eating chips? You promised to help me tonight and make dinner. You said you would help me. What are you doing?
Both of them realize the other is not in the space they want them to be in. She wants his help. He wants her not to be there.
I'm watching the soccer game in Spain.
The soccer game in Spain.
Yeah, you know, they're 6 hours ahead of us.
So that means it's midnight over there and it's not even live. Therefore, you can watch it anytime.
Well, I thought it was.
Oftentimes, when expectations are not met, things can be said that are designed to throw you off the original agreement. And here we go to disappointment.
OMG, you have no idea how stressed I am. And ask for one little thing, just one thing, one day for you to help me, and this is what I get.
Power punches thrown consciously.
Hey, excuse me. I was just trying to have a little relaxing time here. And, you know, before you get home, because you're just going to want me to do stuff. It's going to be like, yes, dear, and do this, dear.
A counterpunch, also consciously, but now both subconscious minds are triggered and the conscious minds are pushed aside.
It's a fight.
What?
Yeah. You know, you're always stressed out, and you stress me out.
Punches are flying.
Ways she annoys me.
Now the subconscious mind starts to open all of the files that will validate their position. Your subconscious mind wants you to be safe and wants you to be right.
I cannot believe that you're talking to me like this. After all, I do in this house every day. Seriously, one day I ask for help. Just one.
I can't believe you could stand there and say that.
Punches are flying, and she has to dig deep.
Ooh, we are gonna dig deep. Oh yeah. The bad things that he has done. Yeah, cream of the crop. The really hurtful things.
Okay, wait a minute.
Ancient history.
Now I'm ready.
Once we are at this stage, every old issue that has ever occurred is subject to renewal. The subconscious mind will eventually find every file that pertains to unresolved conflict.
I should have known better. You've done nothing but let me down from the beginning. When we first met, you stood me up at my family reunion.
I have told you a million times I had a flat.
You left me there without a phone call to face my family alone.
As they play out the history, they are both feeling the original pain from long ago. They were not able to forgive each other, and so it is as hurtful now as it was then.
Then when my sister got married,
Don't bring your sister into this.
you acted like a
crazy
fool.
man. She changed the word.
What are you smiling at?
You changed a word. You said it differently than you normally do.
Something as small as changing a word in the story just a little bit means the conscious mind is starting to participate. If the argument stays in the hands of the subconscious old files, it feels like turning in a circle and nothing is ever changed. You just get tired. But even changing one word can open them up for a different dialogue. Let's see what happens.
Do you see what I have to deal with around here?
Angry Man Act! This is too nice. Angry Man Script! Alright, get your game face on, Jimmy. Come on, you need this! It is time you should let her have it! Get your power back! You can actually beat her now.
Now listen to me.
Yeah!
I'm sorry.
No! What? No, you're not! Why are you saying that?
She shifted just a little. Now he has shifted a lot.
Oh. Nope. I got nothing.
Just what are you trying to say?
She has now been shocked back into her conscious mind.
Well, you did ask me for help, and I did say that I would, and I didn't. And I'm sorry. No excuses.
He is now taking responsibility for the issue he created by not keeping his agreement.
What is making him say that?
When the couple is back in their conscious minds, they can be in the moment, and there they can create a new agreement or discover what is not fulfilling them today. They do not have to go back into all of the issues of yesterday. Thank you, IQ players. You're amazing.
Let's make dinner together.
Fighting with respect is about staying in the moment. When we don't feel powerful and don't feel recognized or respected, we pull out the box that has all of the things that we've been putting up with. These are the things you have been putting up with. Everything that hurt us or we were not able to resolve goes into the box and becomes ammunition. It's okay. You're going to pay for it later. I can't process what's happening. It's going in the box. So, unresolved emotions create negative impact because you have not taken responsibility for your box. You played a part in every event that is in there. Thank you, David. Yes. So I'm going to say that again. We put into the box the unresolved issues, not even thinking that we actually played a part in it. We played a part in every scenario, but we use it as a weapon almost against our partners. Everybody take a breath. Step number 1, staying in the moment requires forgiving the past. Oh, that's challenging. But forgiveness can't really occur until we move to step number 2. They kind of braid each other. And step number 2 deals with expectations. So we're going to work on expectations for a minute and then double back to staying in the moment. I expected you to be nice to me. You weren't nice to me, and you hurt my feelings. I have no expectations of you. You are not nice to me. I don't care. It's just an experience. Do you see the difference? Without expectations, we respond differently. The problem is that most of us do not understand what expectations we are holding or even the other person is holding. So I have our new little married couple coming out. So, the young man, everybody's be able to see you guys. The young man is making his intentions, his vows, his promises to his bride, and they look like this. And his beloved bride hears this. Notice hers is pink and soft and beautiful. He says to her, I'm going to support you in all of your goals and your joy and happiness. She thinks and hears, I have a man that's going to shop with me for the rest of my life. And then, as they switch, even as she makes her intentions and her goals toward him, he also hears it in a very loving, sweet way. She promises to support him in his goals and his joys, and he hears, I get to watch football every day from now on, because that is my greatest joy. But you can you see, by the texture, the intentions and the expectations do not match. They're in the same ballpark, but they are not the same. And this is where the problems begin. Thank you. So expectations are very important. Our intentions are one thing. Our expectations are different. We can never know truly the expectations of another unless we talk about it. And we don't even know our own expectations. We think we do, but we don't. We put expectations on people, places, situations almost subconsciously based on old files. Almost subconsciously, we levy this against people. And if there is an expectation, there is going to be a disappointment. Every time that you say to someone, well, I expected this, do you know what they say back to you? That's not what I meant. I thought you meant this. That's not what I meant. I meant this. Clarity of what you're willing to put your energy into. Expectations. So, everyone will be disappointed when they move into expecting things without being able to verbalize them. And if you can verbalize them, and it's not agreed upon, then that's okay. Do you understand? I expect to have a cup of coffee every single morning. I love it. Guess who brings me coffee in the morning? Patrick. When I am traveling alone, guess who brings me coffee in the morning? Me. I know what my expectations are, and I am not afraid to fulfill them. But I certainly love it when he does it. Do you see? I'm not going to sit and whine and call somebody to bring me coffee in the morning. I'm going to get up, get dressed, go down and get my coffee. Because that is my expectation, that I will have that. When you're clear on your expectations, then you know how to navigate and how to own what is true for you. Own what is true for you. Okay. The conscious mind can choose today to do things differently than it has in the past. The subconscious mind will keep repeating what it's always done. Intentions and expectations. When we are with a romantic partner, don't you expect them to be kind? And when they are not kind, are you not shocked, offended, and disappointed? Yet have you ever said to them, one of the expectations I have of you in our relationship is that I am living in a safe space where you will never raise your voice to me? Have we ever said that? And if you did say it and your partner said to you, I cannot comply with that expectation, you have information. You have clarity. Okay, you cannot comply with my expectation. Now, what can I do to fulfill my need to live in this space? And now I can consciously choose. Now, I'm not telling you all to go home and leave your partners. I'm telling you to get clear on your expectations. It's my expectation that I could live in a space that's safe where you are kind to me. And I will also, then this one would say to me, well, you know what my expectation is? That I live in a place where you're kind to me. And you know, those are fighting words. What do you mean I'm not kind to you? But when we both can honestly speak, expectation of the other, like I might expect him to live up to that and me not have to live up to that. Have you ever done that one? I do. Yeah. I expect to have a higher threshold of acceptance. But when you actually begin to talk, you can see the intention and the clarity of the partner. You can begin to see what's working for you and what's not working for you. And I can guarantee you everything is not working for you. I can guarantee you everything is not working for you. I don't care how long you've been with this as a couple or how new it is, it's not all working for you. But does that mean you trash the relationship? No. The one thing that Patrick and I learned very young, well, I learned it very young in our relationship because we are so dramatically different. I had to learn to love him greater than the differences that we had because our differences were a lot. And we fought like little mighty titans. The earth shook when we fought. There's screaming and yelling, and we'd fight over crazy things, beliefs in God even. Nothing was off the table. But we had to come to I had to come to the moment that my love for you is greater than our differences, and I'm not going to ever agree with you on certain things, ever, never. But I'm going to accept that you believe them. And I'm not going to expect you to agree with me. I'm going to accept you are you and I am me. And if I have expectations in my life, I will learn to either fulfill them or to find a friend. Talk to someone, do something out of the box for myself that helps me find that missing piece without having to trash the relationship. Do you guys understand? The couple that you saw, how many years had they walked together and they still had the boxes of the original issues? When I first met you, when this happened. And they've said, that pain is not too bad a pain, I'll still be with you. They've learned to love through it, but they haven't learned to let it go. Learn to love through it, but not let it go. So today we're talking about how to fight with respect. So, intentions and expectations, and then learning to forgive. You know, just a little bit of forgiveness going through your box. I don't care about your box. I don't care about your box. I don't care about anybody's box. I care about my box. A little bit of forgiveness going through my box. I participated in everything that's in there. If I can forgive myself for doing it. Oh, why'd you make yourself do that, Cindy? I don't know. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive the pain I felt. I'm going to know that it's helped me. I'm going to start letting it go. The more I shrink my box, the healthier I am as a person. And the more I can get really clear on what's important to me. So forgiveness really starts with self. It starts with forgiving your past. The reality is you never really have to forgive the partner. Because when you're clear on your participation, you understand what happened. You may or may not like it. And if you don't like it and you don't want to reproduce it, you may make conscious different choices. But how often in a relationship do we come back to, how often in a relationship do you all fight? Does anybody fight? A few, not very many, a few. Okay. When you fight, how often do you actually make headway? No, you circle. You circle. Learning to use power moments, and when you're fighting, It's when both of you are coming in strength. Boom. Because if you're in power and they're not, they're going, oh, I don't want to talk to you. It's not a fight. It's when you're coming together in strength. They're in their power and you're in your power. Standing in your power without striking blows is the key. Saying what's true for you without having to change who they are is the key. All right. Forgiveness is so important. When we understand what someone else was thinking, which is what we always do. What were you thinking? Tell me what's wrong with you. Tell me why you did that. Don't you always do that? That's what I was taught to do. And we want to know that before we forgive them. Tell me why you do all what you do before I forgive you. Because I need to understand why you do what you do before I forgive you. That has no value. Understanding what was I expecting of you has the value. I am arguing with you right now because I expected you to make me a priority in your life. I expected you to drop everything and listen to me because I was talking. That's what I expected. I expected you to demonstrate to me an outward adoration and love. And you did not. So the box is opened and it's on. See? But if I can say, no, really seriously, I expected you to demonstrate outwardly adoration and love. That was my expectation. And I would probably be laughed at that moment. And it would be over. And then I would have to go and find a way to adore myself and make myself important. Shopping therapy, something. But it would be becoming clear about what's true for me. Realizing I had an expectation that did not make him wrong. It did not make him wrong. He is who he is. Your partner is not wrong. They are who they are. Get clear on what you expect of them. We really need to understand self. What is my expectation? Why do I have that expectation? And did I convey myself clearly? That's the key. Do I convey myself clearly? And sometimes conveying expectations before the fight, before the issue, solves the issue. You know, if you had a moment where you connected with your partner or your loved one once a week, once a day, and said, okay, this is where I am in my life with you right now. This is what I'm expecting us to do, contribute to, or what I want to contribute to. What are you expecting? And you have a dialogue back and forth. It will set a stage for conscious minds to participate. One of the greatest things that I think you can say that Spirit gave me, and I can't find it in my notes. Oh, here it is. When someone is upset with you and you start to fight, you can very simply say, how am I letting you down? How am I letting you down? What do you feel that I'm not doing? And in that answer, you will hear their expectation. And maybe they can't say it any other way. Maybe they're not a metaphysical Christian. Maybe they don't do inventory of self. But when you really hear what their voice says to you, you can understand their expectation, and then you can share yours, or you can choose. I can share mine, or I might just choose to respond to yours to say, I can do that, or I cannot do that. And if you say you cannot do it, I guarantee you the relationship does not automatically dissolve. We act as if a relationship is based on one moment of discord, and we let one moment of discord rip it apart. But the reality is we have discord all the time. We want to come back into harmony, greater and greater and greater harmony. But you will go through your discord. You will go through realizing that you have to get clear about what you want. And that's on you. All right. Taking responsibility for our expectations. Fighting with respect is about staying in the moment Getting clear on what you expect. Before you even open your mouth and you're angry, get clear on what your expectations of that moment were before you open your mouth. I guarantee you'll stop being angry. You just take a minute and go, okay, what was I expecting? The anger's gone, because now you're trying to figure out what participation you had. Okay, I was expecting to be adored. I didn't get adored. Okay, I was expecting that. Okay, I'm calm now. Clear on my expectation. And then be willing to speak it clearly and be willing to own it. That's what I expected. Have you ever had a birthday go by and your loved one not give you anything? Valentine's Day go by and not get anything? Christmas, normally they can't help you get a month to prepare for that one. But an anniversary or something, like your partner might say to you, oh, we've been together, you know what, I just decided that we shouldn't do anything this year. Really? You decided that? Yeah, okay. I'm going to do something for me. I'm taking the charge card. I'm going to go buy myself a present. Each position is fine. If they don't want to do something, that's fine. If you want to do something, that's fine. It's fine. But communicating it is important. As a couple, it's perfectly fine to disagree. It's perfectly fine to be in different camps. But if you cannot take responsibility for your own expectations and own them, you can never hear your partners. If you're not willing to go into your past box and start forgiving some of the old hurts, you're going to hold it against your partner. And all of this creates a situation where you'll never fight fairly. Is everybody getting that? Let's go with that.